Hey everybody, it's Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Avis Cherie. Let me start off today with speaking a blessing and a prayer over your life. A prayer to come against unsettledness, unrest, disturbance of your peace. Reclaim your energy and reclaim your focus. I had a conversation earlier today that was enlightening, even to myself, as I was released to give it to the person that I was speaking to. When we feel bewildered in a bewildered season, or when we feel unattached to the Holy Spirit, or we feel that we need to hear from God more, we feel out of alignment and we need to get realigned, start with just focusing on peace and steadiness of where we're at. Set the intentions to match and meet your goal. And then once you know that you have a high benchmark for yourself and high standards, and you cut out the BS and you cut out the distractions and you strive to focus, it is then when you feel like you're out of alignment, because now you're being realigned to go to your next level. Now you're being realigned to understand that your focus has shifted because your manifestations are starting to come to fruition. Everything that you set your mind to, every goal that you have checked off, every time you go back and you realize that you're moving full steam ahead, but it feels like something is holding you back, it's because that nudge of being out of alignment is trying to get you to understand that you no longer fit where you were, trying to get you to understand that what you asked for has been granted. So we're trying to reconfigure how to get realigned in the mess that we were once in, and not understanding how powerful it is that when we set our intentions and we wrote them down and we prayed and asked God and he said, yes, it is so, go forth, that you're no longer going to fit and even into the understanding of trying to align yourself in what once was, because you're asking to go somewhere, right? You don't want to go and say, I'm meeting my goals, or I'm doing these great things, I'm serving these people, but I'm still trying to fit in myself in this box. I'm still trying to put the veil over who I really am. And I'm trying to fit where they once held me captive, where my issues once held me bound. So when we feel bewildered, unattached, don't feel like we know where we're going, we're uncertain, that is at some of the most important and critical times in your life, when your shift is occurring, when your elevation is occurring, when you've prayed and cried those prayers to take me out of something that's coming. And you have to understand and go back and look at your notes, because that's why it's important to write or voice record, because when you look up, you're going to be like, yo, this is happening right now. I just asked for this 3 months ago. And it is actually happening because you met your commitment. And when you showed up to meet your commitment, when you started off your day saying, I accomplished this goal, good job. I accomplished that goal, good job. I served that person. I thanked that person. I showed gratitude to that person. I appreciated that olive branch. I appreciated that hand up. When you set your intentions like that, it's going to match and marry where you're at. So the most important key piece to this conversation I had earlier was, once you match and marry your energy to where you're going, life will happen, negative will come up, but the more energy you have on 80-90% of your positiveness, positive that you're moving forward, positive that God is answering your prayers, positive that you're staying in meditation and focus, positive that you're aligned to your next adventure, your next journey, your next blessing, your next territory of favor. When you're 80-90%, 95% floating in that, it gives less and less energy to the negativity that comes, because this is the world we live in. It has to roam. It has to find a place to drain your energy. It has to find a place to set up shop in your thought life. It has to find a place to situate and saturate itself on your back to make you feel heavy and burdened. But you're not a burden. You're not burdened, because you're flying high. You got to learn to cut those strings and be unapologetic, because it's weighing you down, or it's attempting to weigh you down. But let me tell you about this. The power that's making you soar, despite hardships, despite grief when it comes up, despite loss when it comes up, the power that's making you soar is more powerful than anything that can come up against you in flight. The difference is you don't flight and flee, you take flight. It's going to carry you. It's going to sustain you during the turbulent times. Don't ever take a back seat to your flight, because if you keep missing your flight, you'll never take off. All right. Now I'll be back. Now you marinate on that. I know you're doing wonderful things. Keep your heart pure and sincere. If you can't figure out your alignment today, get on a fast track of servitude. Go serve somebody. Go help somebody. Go feed somebody. Go take care of an animal. Get on a servitude track until you feel your centering, until you feel the spirit of gratitude coming back and pouring into you. Don't look for somebody you know. Don't have to be nobody you know. Ask God to show you. But make sure your energy is high and soaring in the places that you want to go. So when life happens and there's some turbulence, oh, you know that bad times won't last long. And you know who's carrying you. Your angels, your guides, they're situated on your left, your right, your front, your back, your home life, your family life. They're situated and locked in for you. Okay? All right. Until next time, God's love and God's peace to you all. It's Avis Cherie.